Everybody, what's up? This is Trey. I wanted to make this video to really educate parents and educate young people about the situation that happened with Kenneka Jenkins. I've been looking at a lot of people who've been making videos all on social media talking about there was a glitch in the camera and somebody was following her, but they edited it or they photoshopped the picture because somebody was holding up a dead body. It's just all these different stories. And unfortunately, we will never know what really happened to Kenneka Jenkins, besides the killers and her. And that's the reality of it. So in every negative situation, there is something positive that you can learn. And the positive thing, parents, that you can learn is that it's time to start educating your kids. Find out who your kids' friends are. You know, the only time we really get involved in our kids' personal life and who they hang with is when they bring home their mates. You know, dads will take it as far as to go get a shotgun and try to intimidate his daughter's boyfriend, you know, but it's time to start finding out who your kids are hanging with. When they say, hey, mom, I got a new friend and we finna go to the mall, be like, hey, bring your friend right in this house so I can find out about your friend. Have you ever had an assault case before? Have you ever been to jail? Do you sell drugs? Do you hang around people who sell drugs? Do your parents sell drugs? Do you drink? Do you smoke? Do you have sex? It's time to, and you probably be like, oh, that's petty. No, it's not. It's not petty, because in today's times we living in, some of your kids' friends are going to watch them take their last breath in front of their face. And it's going to go down in history like Kenneka Jenkins, an unsolved case. And then we're going to protest, and then we're going to get mad, and then we're going to move on, and then somebody else is going to die, and we're going to be back at doing it again. But if you watch this video and you feel in this video, share this video, let your kids watch this video, because it's time to start educating these kids. These kids are dying. Like this little boy who went home and committed suicide because he was getting bullied at school and no one knew. The boy fell down in the restroom and he was passed out and the kids were down there kicking him. Now this is elementary. When I was in elementary, when someone would get hurt, everybody would run and go notify teachers. But nowadays, these kids can just fall down and drop down dead. And the kids will just walk past them and then kick them and beat them and just watch and stare and pull out their phones and start videotaping. And it's crazy because these are kids. It's almost, it makes you wonder what in the world, because kids are innocent. So what could get in a kid at this age that caused them to have like a beast animal mentality where they no longer help people anymore? It's getting crazy. Like this 12-year-old girl who went to a sleepover and her friends poured hot water on this baby's face and burnt off her face. Because of friends. People, you are literally running with your executioners. You're running with people who are setting you up to die and you think you cool. When Kenneka had went to that party, her friends should have made a pact. We came together, so we gonna leave together. So when Kenneka came up missing, they should have hauled butt, going down them hallways, checking them rooms. If I had to stop the party, if I had homies and I was young, like you young folks, and I went to a party and one of my friends came up missing, I would have shut the party down and been like, hold up, such and such is missing, and we ain't gonna continue the party until we go find her. And that's what time it would have been. But nowadays, people just be like, oh, like folks were saying in the background, somebody said she was getting raped. We don't know. But her friends obviously didn't care enough because they kept on video and kept live streaming like it was nothing. If I was her mother, I really would have been pissed. If I would have seen my child's friends come to the funeral, I would have been pissed. I'd have been like, no, turn your butt around, because you're not coming here. Because my daughter was last hanging with y'all, and y'all supposed to be her friends, y'all supposed to be her homies, and my child ain't here, and y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't know nothing. No, they know something. You understand what I'm saying? Because nowadays, kids are setting their friends up. Homies are setting their homies up. Homegirls are setting their homegirls up. Oh, I don't like her. Bring her to the party and then we gonna jump her because she was looking at my man. And then they get to the party, get their butt beat, and they be like, why are you hitting me? Well, oh, because you think you bad, B, but I'm going to show you who bad. And then they whoop their tail, and now you going down for a murder charge. Because y'all young people think this stuff is cute. And parents, y'all need to start educating your kids. These phones are weapons. They're getting you in trouble. Y'all think y'all videotaping a fight, but really this is evidence that's going to be used against you in a court of law. When the defendant please rise. I sentence you to 25 to life without parole. And then your homies ain't with you then. When they slam them doors, your homies ain't going to be with you. It's time for us to start taking this stuff very, very seriously. I was looking at the funeral tape when they was going to the funeral, and there was this girl, she was videotaping live. And she was going up to, the body had been lowered in the ground, but the body had not had dirt on it yet. They didn't put dirt on the body yet. And she walking around talking about, man, I need to get me some weed. You got that weed? You got that skunk? Who finna get high tonight? And she all videotaping this mess. So that right there ought to tell you what she was thinking when she was in that hotel when Kenneka had got lost. She didn't care. She didn't care at the hotel, and she darn sure didn't care at the funeral. In the times that we living in, people no longer have respect for death. Death is another way to get exposure, to get noticed, to get famous. Hey, 15 minutes of fame, set up the GoFundMe accounts. Let's make this money. So technically, we no different from how we be yelling at celebrities, sacrificing their loved ones for fame. We ain't no different. Tell me, how are we different? When our loved one die, we can care. It may bother us a little bit, but until they start telling us how much is in that GoFundMe account, then we be like, oh my God, I'm finna get my nail done. I gotta get 8 shirts made for the funeral so we all can wear the shirts. We don't care no more. We take the respect out of death. Death is supposed to be sacred. And we take it, all the respect out, just for that fame. It's crazy. I was watching how these young folks was on the way to the funeral, and they was riding in their cars or whatever, and they was playing the loud music in the car, cussing. We holding it down for Kenneka 3, 5, 7, 8, 30 forever, baby, whatever. It's crazy. If my friend had passed away, I wouldn't be able to talk. The moment they told me they died, I would have inhaled and would have never exhaled. I would have been speechless in a whole nother world, just sitting there. I don't have time to pick up a phone and be like, we in this thing, baby, we in this B. I just would have been sitting there. Because everything would have came unreal at that moment. But that's how the guilty speak. So when they was playing all that loud music and throwing their little hand gestures all in the camera, that's what the guilty do. Their guilty conscience was talking. I'm so tired of reading obituaries with the little poem on the side that says I finished early. You never started, so how did you finish early? Young people, be very, very careful with who you associate yourself with and who you call friend. Because those friends might be the very people that watch you take your last breath in front of their face. And to all the young people who were killed and had unsolved murders, rest in peace.